Friends, welcome to Biology Made Easy. Today in this video, we are going to discuss the water pollution. So, water is our lifeline. Without realizing it, we, the selfish human beings, we exploit the water bodies around us. We throw anything or dispose anything to the water bodies thinking that water will wash out everything. But what is its effect? What is the harm caused by it to the human beings as well as all the living organisms that we do not take the importance to it? So, all the water bodies, that is the hydrosphere, as you know, consists of 97% of saline water and only 3% is only fresh water for our use. But this 3% of water also, we do not leave it clean. We dispose everything. That is why the ponds, lakes, streams, rivers, estuaries, and finally the oceans, everything is polluted. Now, realizing the importance of this water pollution, Government of India brought one act, and that act is known as Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. So in this act, some restrictions have been made how to safeguard our water bodies, that is ponds, lakes, rivers, all these things. Now we have to decide that what are the sources of this water pollution and how we can check it and what is the harm caused by it. We'll discuss step by step. But first, let us discuss what is the definition of this water pollution. So, anything that is added to water, any foreign substance that is added to water which make it less fit or unfit, causing some health hazard to human beings as well as to all organisms, is known as water pollution. That means if we will give the definition, then we say any substance, or you can tell any foreign substance added to water to make it less fit or unfit and causes health hazards. Health hazards is known as water pollution. So the foreign substances which cause water pollution, they are known as pollutants. And these pollutants, they are mainly of three categories. Three categories are there. The first category is physical pollutants. And these physical pollutants, usually it may be heat or it may be oil spills. Then the second one is chemical pollutants. The chemical pollutants, usually it includes the organic waste, then pesticides like DDT and BSC, then polychlorinated biphenyls in short they are known as PCB. Then also there is inorganic chemicals. Inorganic chemicals like it may be arsenic, cadmium, mercury, it may be lead, may be nickel, and it may be phosphates, nitrates, fluorides, as well as the radioactive waste. These are all the chemical pollutants. And the third category, they are the biological pollutants, and these are mostly the different pathogens. The pathogens like they may be viruses, may be bacteria, may be protozoa, or even it may include also the algae. So these are the different types of pollutants. The next thing is where from all these things are coming. That means what is the source of this water pollution. So the next part, if we will discuss the source of this water pollution, we can categorize into two types. The sources can be categorized into two types. One is natural source. So the natural source usually it includes usually the soil particles, then minerals. That means when there is a run of water due to rain, the soil particles are washed away. From the rocks, the minerals they are also washed away. Then also the different types of animal waste, then fallen leaves. Suppose the from a tree the leaves have been fallen, so they will be washed away. So all these are the natural sources of pollution. The second one is anthropogenic or you can tell man-made pollution, the source. Now this man is the major source, of pollution. Why? It is the human being which pollutes all the different water bodies, whether it is stream, pond, lake, all these things. So that is why the human being is responsible for all these things, because it is the man-made sources are again of different types. It may be organic waste. Now the organic waste it may be domestic waste, or it may be municipal sewage, or industrial effluents, then water from animal sheds, then slaughterhouses. These are mostly the organic waste. The second one is the soap and detergents that usually we use. The third category is inorganic chemicals, And the fourth one is surface runoff. That means when the running water moves, it carries out different substances with it. That may be sand, silt, and all these things. So these are the different, and also you can write also oil spills. That means all these things are not natural. These are mostly man-made, or we can call anthropogenic. Now, from this we will discuss here what are the different organic wastes and how it behaves in nature. So now we will discuss. We will give importance of this first one, that is the organic waste. We will discuss that one in detail. So organic wastes, which are mostly coming from domestic sewage, what are the different substances they contain, and how they biodegrade. Though all these things we will discuss here. So now our main focus is organic waste coming from domestic waste. This point we will highlight. Now, usually the organic waste coming from domestic waste. What are the different types of waste materials that comes out from our household? So usually these are the food residue, then vegetables, then fecal matter, and then also it comes from the food industry. It comes from the cow sheds, then poultry, piggeries. So these are the different sources from which the different types of organic materials, they come in the form of a drain and ultimately it gives rise to the sewage. Now all these things, it consists of only 0.1 percentage of the total water. That means if this is water, then only 0.1 percentage, that means 0.1 percentage of water, it consists of impurities. While 99.9% is only water. But though this 0.1% is very minor, but still then this 0.1% of water makes the entire water unsuitable and causes health hazards. So this 0.1% of impurities includes what? So it includes number one, it includes suspended particles. So the suspended particles may be sand, silt, or it may be clay. So these things are dissolved or they are present in this water. The second one is colloidal material. And the colloidal material usually includes the fecal matter, then cloth, then paper fiber, all these things. It is colloidal matter. And the third one is the dissolved materials. And the dissolved materials includes phosphates, nitrates, ammonia. In addition to that, also sodium and calcium. All these things are present. That means our pure water is 99.9% pure, while only 0.1% is impure. And this is 0.1% of impurities include these three things: suspended particles, which may consist of sand, soil, clay; colloidal particles, mostly difficult matter, that is also cloth, paper, fiber, anything that we are disposing to water. And also it contains the different types of domestic waste. So it includes phosphates, nitrates, ammonia, beside that the sodium, calcium, all these things are present. So when all this domestic waste is dumped into any water body, maybe pond, lake, stream, river, any where it is dumped, what happens? Since the domestic waste contains all these substances which are organic, once it is dumped into the water body, the microbial activity will start. That